So, I mean, Adam, obviously you've been here a good bit. When you worked with Alvin, obviously the suspension has been there, and just that case has been looming over him. Have you kind of seen that? How has he kind of been this offseason now, especially now that he's got that moved on?
I think from the beginning he's attacked it just like any other offseason. He comes here to work. He shows up every day to work, busts his butt every single play. And I think that's his full intention for the rest of the season. I mean, obviously, that was something, like you said, was looming, but I think he's still practiced the same regardless of what the outcome was going to be. That's something that, at this point was he was just waiting to see what was going to happen. So I mean, it's unfortunate, but we have the team to where we can still keep moving. We have enough weapons to keep moving. Obviously, it hurts, but he's going to come back, and we're going to just keep flying.
Yeah, I mean, so those 3 games, obviously at least there's some finality, and when you're going to be without him. What's the messaging? I think you just got to it there. What's the messaging in the running back room in terms of, okay, next man up kind of deal?
Absolutely. Yeah, that's what it is. That's how it works in this league. Next man up, regardless of what the situation is. Injury, Alvin's case is mentioned, but I mean, we're all preparing to answer the bell when our name's called. And that's regardless of what position we're playing. And we're all capable in that room of answering that call, and we plan on it.
What's y'all's relationship like? I mean, he met with the media a couple of days ago and kept saying you're a guy that he's trying to get you more passes, trying to get you more involved. What's the relationship between you?
I think it's right. To me, he's just a mentor. Since I've been here, like he was somebody that I could go to. Like, hey, like how are you looking for me to block this play? Like, what makes it easier for you? Do I need to be faster? Where's my hat? Where do you want me to be? How do you want me to fit this? So for him, it's knowledge. I mean, he's been here, I think 7, 8 years now. And it's just like, okay, like he's been in the system so long. It's like he knows all the fine tunes. He's been with different guys who have excelled at this position. So just learning from him and seeing what he wants. Ultimately, my job is to make his job easier. So I just ask him any type of questions I can to see what he can help me with.
As a fullback, it's kind of a dying breed to some extent. Not every team uses it, but when you add guys like Trevor Penning, Jamal Williams, guys that really just want to be smash mouth, how does that, for you as someone who's that's your part of the game? How does that feel to you?
I love it. I mean, the more that we have of it, the better it is for us. I mean, and the more punishing it is for our opponents. I mean, our opponents pull up the depth chart. They, that week of the game, and they're like, dang, like we got a bunch of physical dudes up front, physical fullback, physical backfield. Like, I mean, dang, like we're gonna have a tough day. That's what we want it to be. We want it to be like, man, like this is gonna be a tough week for us. That's across the board, defense and special teams. That's what we preach. We want to be the most physical team. We want people to turn on and be like, man, we got to play the Saints today.
I've also heard folks refer to you. I spoke to Michael Burton, who was also here at one point.
Yeah.
Kind of referred to you as a 6th offensive lineman, as a kind of term that was coined for you. How did you sort of start to develop more in that area of the game? When did you kind of figure out like that's what you wanted your role to be?
Yeah, I mean, I think that kind of started evolving in college. I mean, I ran a similar style offense in college. A lot of heavy blocking every now and then to get the ball, but I mean that's ultimately what we are. I mean, we're a little faster offensive lineman, and just as physical. I mean, I love being back there. I mean, we got the same mentality as the guys up front, and we're looking to accomplish the same goal and spring the back coming from behind. So I love this position.
Do you know if they ever kind of pitched other running backs like, hey, we use a fullback in this system, and he can pave the way for you, kind of thing? Because we've had like Malcolm Brown came in last year, and he mentioned one of the biggest things was like they use a fullback in their system.
I'm sure. I mean, there's only I think it's like half the league, maybe a little bit more that has a true fullback. Other than that, it's a hybrid kind of guy. But I think it's a weapon to have a true fullback in the backfield, somebody that's been in the position a long time and have had a lot of experience and looking at these schemes and running these schemes.
Adam, you're talking about half the teams or whatever it might be as fullbacks. Do y'all communicate with one another around the league, or that's a small fraternity? But
every now and then, yeah. And we brought in Jake Vargas this year, and he's had experience with working with some other guys that I've hadn't had experience with working with. So being able to have him and just share knowledge of who I've been with, who he's been with, just nuggets that they pulled from everybody. I mean, it's a very tight-knit group. So, and I've met a couple guys this offseason at some events. So it's nice to be able to just talk to them. Hey, how are you training the offseason? What drills are y'all doing? Like, what's your technique on this? And we've had Zach Line come in a few times this offseason and during training camp come and help us. And to be able to talk to him, somebody who's had a lot of success in this offense, just talk to him and just pick his brain. I mean, he knows exactly what we're seeing, what we're going through in the backfield. So just be able to have his knowledge and his expertise is a big help.
Awesome. Was he out here? Has he been out here at any point during training camp, or was it earlier?
Yeah, it was the first 2 days of pads, and then vet camp. He was out here helping. So just, I mean, he was in the system. I think it was 3-4 years, and he excelled very, unbelievable. So it was awesome to have him here, and just impart knowledge.
That's awesome. What kind of stuff does he bring? Is it like about all the different things that you do, or was he a little bit more focused as a blocker or a pass catcher or a special team?
A little bit of everything, more so blocking, especially since during OTAs and stuff we don't have much blocking time. So It's like, how can we prep for the blocking? How can we work on the blocking when we get to it in pads? And we're running similar schemes that that he ran, so he knows where hat placement should be, striking on contact, how to strike, where your feet should be, and just different drills that, like I was saying, like he started in Minnesota and then came here. So to be able, like, what drills he did and what drills he continued to do in his career to give him success, and that's stuff that we're now adding to practice and being able to work on. So it's nice to just accept that knowledge and just grow.
I think we saw in minicamp you caught a couple passes. I don't know if we've seen it since camp started, but as a fullback, I think the ability to catch passes is almost like a secret weapon because no one's really fighting for it. Do you think there's some space in the game plan for you as a pass catcher?
I think every now and then, but my primary role will be to block, which is totally fine to me. But I can definitely catch some passes if they need me to.